He didn't even have the decency to send a text. One minute we were laughing on a sunny nature trail, talking about our childhoods, and the next, I was standing alone inside a Best Buy bathroom hallway, staring at a parking lot where his car used to be. He left me stranded on our first date, 20 minutes from home. But what he didn't know was that I don't just get mad, I get even. If you've ever been disrespected, underestimated, or treated like you were disposable, you're going to love this one. Hit that like button, subscribe for more emotionally satisfying revenge stories, and get ready because this story starts awkward, gets humiliating, and ends with a little thing called accountability. Let's get into it. I was 19. 19 is that weird age where you think you've seen enough of the world to understand people, but you're still naive enough to believe the best in them. He was 19 too. We'd been talking for a couple of weeks, nothing intense, just light flirting, late night conversations about music, childhood stories, that kind of thing. He asked me out. A nature park date. It sounded wholesome, thoughtful, low pressure. And honestly, I was excited. The day was beautiful, the kind of warm sunlight that makes everything feel cinematic. I spent extra time getting ready, not over the top, just enough to feel confident. Light makeup, clean white sneakers, a cute top. I made sure my hair looked good in natural light. Because let's be real, we all think about that first impression. When he picked me up, he smiled. He complimented me, said I looked exactly like my pictures. That mattered, because as much as people pretend it doesn't, there's always that silent fear. What if they're disappointed? But he didn't seem disappointed. We drove to the park. We walked the trails, we laughed, we talked about college, family drama, future dreams. He asked questions, he listened, I listened. There were moments where I thought, oh, this is actually going well. I let my guard down. That was my first mistake. After about an hour of walking, he mentioned he needed to use the bathroom. I did too. So he drove to the nearest store, a Best Buy. Nothing weird yet. We parked, walked inside together, casual, normal. I'll be right back, he said. Same, I replied. I remember looking at myself in the bathroom mirror, smiling a little. That wasn't so bad. Maybe he'll ask me out again. I came out first and waited. 5 minutes, 10. I scrolled on my phone. Maybe he got distracted looking at electronics. 15 minutes. Now my stomach felt weird. I texted him, "Hey, you good?" The message didn't go through. I stared at the red exclamation mark. Okay, maybe his phone died. Benefit of the doubt, always. 20 minutes. My chest felt tight now. I walked outside to the parking lot, and that's when I saw it. Or rather, didn't. His car was gone. There's a specific kind of humiliation that hits you all at once. Your body goes cold, your brain lags behind reality. No, he wouldn't. I scanned the lot again like maybe I'd just missed it. Empty space. I walked back inside, heart pounding. I approached the employee at the front. Hey, did you see a guy? Brown hair, blue hoodie. We came in together. They looked confused for a second. Oh, yeah, he ran out of here pretty fast about 10 minutes ago. Ran. He ran. Like I was something to escape from? That's when it hit. He left me. On purpose. Not an emergency, not a misunderstanding, not a dead phone. He drove away. Without me. I ordered an Uber. Standing outside that Best Buy felt like standing under a spotlight. Everyone walking by felt like they knew, like I had a sign on my forehead that said, "Not worth staying for." I replayed the date in my head over and over. Was I annoying? Did I say something wrong? Did I talk too much? Not enough? The humiliation was worse than the anger at first, because being abandoned mid-date isn't just rude, it's dehumanizing. When I got home, I realized something else. Some of my things were still in his car. My jacket, a small bag, nothing priceless, but it didn't matter. It was the principle. You don't get to ditch me like I'm trash and keep my belongings like some trophy. And that's when the humiliation turned into something sharper. Anger. Here's the thing about me. I don't explode immediately. I simmer. And when I simmer long enough, I strategize. I opened Instagram, typed in his last name, scrolled. Family members popped up. Mom, cousin, sister. I paused on the sister. Profile public. Seemed normal, friendly, smiling pictures with friends. I thought about it. This could be crazy. But then I thought about standing in that parking lot, about the employee saying he ran, about him blocking me instead of explaining, and something in me hardened. If you want to behave like trash, your family can know. I sent her a DM. Polite, calm, detailed. Hi, I'm really sorry to message you like this, but I went on a date with your brother today and he left me stranded at a Best Buy 20 minutes from my house. I just need my belongings back. I expected defensiveness, denial, but what I got? Shock. She replied quickly. Wait, what? I told her everything. The park, the bathroom, the parking lot, the employee saying he ran. She apologized on his behalf. She said she'd talk to him. And then she said something that made the whole thing worth it. That's not okay. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure you get your stuff back. And I can reimburse you for the Uber. Reimburse me? Do you know what that means? It means she believed me. It means this wasn't normal behavior for him. It means he couldn't twist the narrative. A couple days later, my stuff appeared in my yard. Not handed to me, not neatly placed, thrown. Clearly tossed from a car window. My jacket crumpled in the grass, my bag half open. It was so childish, it almost made me laugh. Someone was mad. Mad that their sister now knew exactly what kind of person they were. Mad that I didn't just quietly disappear. Mad that I've refused to be embarrassed in silence. And that's the thing. Some people rely on your shame to protect them. When you remove the shame, they unravel. He blocked me on everything. No apology, no explanation, no I panicked, just gone. But here's what's funny. I didn't need closure from him anymore because I already got what I wanted. Accountability. His family knew. He couldn't spin the story into she was crazy without explaining why he sprinted out of a Best Buy like a shoplifter. And to the people who later told me I was dramatic, that I should have let it go, let me say this clearly. The only excuse for abandoning someone mid-date in a random store is if they're being abusive. I wasn't. I was kind, attentive, respectful, exactly like my photos. And even if I wasn't, you still drive someone home. Basic decency. If you offer to take someone out, you take them back. Period. What hurt most wasn't that he didn't like me. It was that he treated me like I wasn't worth basic respect. And that's something a lot of people can relate to. Being underestimated, being dismissed, being left metaphorically or literally standing in a parking lot wondering what you did wrong. But here's the truth I learned at 19. Sometimes people run away not because you're lacking, but because they are. And sometimes the most satisfying revenge isn't screaming, it's shining a light. The real revenge wasn't the message. It wasn't the Uber reimbursement. It wasn't even getting my stuff back. It was knowing that somewhere in a living room or kitchen, his sister looked at him and said, "What the hell is wrong with you?" It was knowing he had to explain himself, stumble over excuses, feel small, the same way I did in that parking lot. Justice doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it comes quietly in the form of exposure. And trust me, that was enough. People will tell you to be the bigger person, but sometimes being the bigger person just means refusing to accept disrespect. You don't have to scream. You don't have to destroy someone's life, but you also don't have to protect someone who treated you like you didn't matter. If this story made you feel something, anger, satisfaction, secondhand embarrassment, hit that like button. Drop a comment. Would you have messaged the sister or just let it go? And if you love emotionally satisfying revenge stories where karma actually shows up, subscribe, because trust me, this isn't the worst date we've ever heard, and it definitely won't be the last.